XRP is set to break out to $1,000 this bull run. Now, many people believe this is potentially possible because in the last bull market cycle, XRP, when it did rally and break above its recent all-time high, it made a 41,000 to 44,000% gain depending on the moment you sold. Well, in similar fashion, if we were to break out above this recent all-time high, a 41,000% gain would take us up to the $1,000 range. But as the old saying goes, history doesn't always repeat, but it does rhyme. So the truth is, you're going to hear all sorts of wild price targets for XRP this bull market cycle, as it's now surpassed Binance tokens, Solana, and even Tether to become the third largest crypto by market cap. And because of all this attention, many YouTube creators and social media influencers who have no dang clue what they're talking about will begin to bull post about XRP because it's getting a lot of attention. And this drives a lot of search traffic, which will increase their subscriber base and their potential income opportunities by sponsorships. But here on the Bull Runners channel, we've been covering XRP for years and aim to give you a solid understanding of what's realistic, what's potential, and what's unlikely or virtually impossible. Now, of course, many folks watching this video have been with us on the channel for a long time and know that a $1,000 XRP token isn't realistic and definitely not this bull market cycle. However, it's probably not impossible with the right things in place and potentially even a burn mechanism of the majority of those tokens. But this is how Ripple earns their income. They actually do sell XRP in order to operate and build a bigger business. It's no different than many companies selling stock and holding reserves and then rediversifying their assets in order to protect themselves as a business in the long term. But with the recent surge in the price of XRP, we also have a lot of new folks joining in the conversation. And so if you're new, welcome to the channel. I hope that when you watch this video and you learn something new and you enjoy the content, that you subscribe, because we are going to cover everything XRP and crypto over the bull run. Now, over the last week, all anyone could talk about was the price action on XRP, and even specifically on the channel we did as well, considering this is the type of breakout that XRP has me reminiscing about. I remember back in the day when XRP outperformed virtually everything else in 2018. I actually remember the first pump in 2017, and that's what got all of my friend group really excited about it. Well, we recently hit a 485% gain over the last month with virtually no pullback. So yes, we had to cover the price action. In other words, no amount of new developments or news could garner more attention than the almighty price, which everyone kept asking about. But as things stand, I expect the price of XRP to pull back a bit to some level of support and get primed for its next move up. My first major supports would be between $1.95 down to $1.77. If we fail to break into a new uptrend, then my major support zone would be down here at about $1.56 and below. However, while we wait for this move, some truly interesting information came across my desk. Info that virtually nobody has heard about yet, but has the potential to change the lives of XRP holders forever. And if you've been moseying around the XRP community over the last few years as price remains stagnant, you would know most of the XRP breaking news or developments were really just regurgitated information over the last 4 years, and most of it wasn't even true. However, one well-known XRP community member and XRP investor who I actually find quite credible, Wrath of Kahneman, recently posted one of the most interesting pieces of information from a true XRP insider that has the potential to change the game. So in this video, not only will we cover what they shared that will get you jumping out of your seat with excitement, but it's this type of confirmation that will not only solidify the belief of XRP holders who have been bagging this token for years now, waiting for a move like the one we recently experienced, but it will also build conviction in the new investors that XRP truly is a long-term play. So right now, personally, I'm just buying pullbacks. I'm not selling my XRP bag. I'm waiting for the market to reset for that next major run up. And in this video, we'll also cover the XRP trends and what's potentially going to happen here in the near future. We're going to talk about liquidation levels. We're going to talk about futures and what futures investors or traders are doing. And we're going to talk about how all of this is going to actually affect the price of XRP. And finally, we're going to cover what the Cointelegraph said about $1,000 price, which has many people excited. So if you're feeling blessed and bullish, comment 777. And if you're going to be the wealthiest person in your family tree, smash the subscribe button. Hello and welcome back to the Bull Runners channel. If you're new here, my name is Paul and you can find me on Twitter at PaulyDeFi. Now, really quickly, we're going to cover this video from the Cointelegraph, which is a very well-known company and brand for news surrounding crypto. So let's dive into this video where the Cointelegraph actually shares that XRP could potentially hit a $10,000 value. Now, I was looking at $1,000 as something that people have been talking about, but this is my point that I made in the beginning of this video. Even major news outlets like Cointelegraph are sharing some wild or insane price targets because they know it's going to get attention. Either way, let's listen to what they share on why XRP overtook Solana and USDT to become the third largest crypto by market cap.
XRP just flipped the market cap of Solana and USDT to become the third largest cryptocurrency. But what is it that caused XRP to hit an all-time high of $2.50? First up, the SEC dismissed its legal case against Ripple. In a July 2023 court case, the SEC claimed that Ripple sold XRP as an unregistered security, which violated rules. That is until October 19th, when the SEC announced its intention to dismiss the court case, the Trump presidency. Rumors recently surfaced that Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse met with the president-elect Donald Trump. Ripple may be launching a stablecoin RLUSD as early as December 4. With a legal victory at hand, pro-crypto political momentum, and a stablecoin on the horizon, XRP seems unstoppable. One analyst has even suggested that XRP might reach $10,000 in value. How far do you think it will go? Let us know in the comments below.
So like I said earlier, you might have the temptation to look at history on XRP and say, well, look, when it did break out to a new all-time high, it made 42,000%. And this time around, it could easily do the same thing. But the reality is we do have this law of diminishing returns. And as the market cap gets bigger, it's a lot harder to grow the size of that market. This is what you call saturation in a market. So companies like Apple, because they own so much of the market in terms of phones, they have to find unique and creative ways to increase the revenues with people that hold the phones. Things like the App Store, things like charging software companies to potentially partner with them, because there just aren't more people in the market to buy the iPhone. They have to wait for the population to grow. In similar fashion, it's no different with things like XRP. And I did the math over on ChatGPT. And so as you can see right now, the market cap of XRP is $137 billion. In order for you to 10x your money on XRP, the market cap would have to be $1.3 trillion. And right now, Bitcoin's at about 1.9, yet it is so much larger than XRP. In other words, a lot of that money might actually have to flow into XRP. And we did see XRP recently suck the liquidity out of almost everything as it pumped to a new local high. That said, though, if the price of XRP reached $1,000, the market cap would be $57 trillion. And in order for XRP to reach a $10,000 price, it would have to be $570 trillion. And that's assuming none of the tokens actually reach, or at least the tokens in the escrow reach the market, which I think, again, is virtually impossible. So either there would have to be a major burn for these types of prices to actually happen, or people are being unrealistic and Cointelegraph is actually foolish for even sharing that type of information. But before we move on, if you haven't already, go to bullrunners.com. The link is in the description below. Currently, we have 708 members, and we only offer bonuses to the first 1,000 members. These are going to be our 1,000 founding members. The price right now, $97. I'm sure you're going to be able to earn more than that each and every single month using the information inside of this private access university. And on January 1st, we will be raising the price to $197 a month. And if you sign up before then you are granted grandfathered in or locked in at that rate. You'll never pay more than $100 a month. But once the price rises, then you're crap out of luck. So inside of Altcoin Pro University, you're going to get a library of 100 plus hours of courses that teach you everything you need to know to become a crypto millionaire in 2025. We're going to show you some of the best altcoin picks, stuff that we do not share on the channel. This is for our private members only. Things that have yielded between 10x, 50x, and even sometimes 100x in terms of returns. Now, that said, we can't guarantee you're going to get anything. Obviously, none of this is considered financial advice, but the proof is in the pudding. So we're really excited to share it with you. We're going to teach you how to do technical analysis like a pro. You're going to learn how to get access to the best DeFi yields or farms where you can put your crypto to work for you so it earns interest as you're sitting on it. Because a lot of folks just buy their crypto and hold it. But what if you could put it to work so you could earn on it? And finally, airdrop alerts. And in my opinion, the best possible thing is this community of like-minded, positive individuals who consistently share and learn from each other. And if you ever had any questions or you want to be on live calls with us, this is the best possible way to do it because you'll get all of your questions answered so you can be a crypto pro in no time. So one last time, bullrunners.com, link is in the description below. Do it before the bonuses run dry. Do it before we raise the price. Worst case scenario, you have nothing to lose and everything to gain by simply checking it out. And if you have any questions, 26-minute video right here explains everything that you get on the other side. So let's get back into the video. Now, here is some of that insider information that I actually find really exciting because it provides for me confidence to know that the team over at Ripple is making all of the right decisions with their business model and the XRP token, which they are by far the largest holders of. Here's the account Wrath of Kahneman, which I do find very valuable. And in this, he said AK has firsthand knowledge and insight about Ripple and crypto. So when he actually shares things like this, I do take a second look because again, this man shares very reliable information around XRP and typically debunks a lot of rumors or crap. So here is a man by the name of Austin King who essentially sold his first company to Ripple and none other than Chris Larsen, who has a deep history in fintech. Now, the reality is I'm going to cover a lot on this post because I think it is so valuable to get this insight to not only build conviction, but to understand that right now, as an XRP holder or investor, you've never been in a better position. And I do believe, although we're not going to hit $1,000 or $10,000, it's very much possible and potential that we could hit between $10 to $15 this bull market cycle, just based on simple economics. That said, since the 90s, Chris Larsen has been working on fintech companies. He took Elon public in 1999 and employed hundreds of people. They hit a plus $1 billion market cap. After that, he built another fintech company, Prosper, which some of you might have heard of, which raised over $70 million. He's consistently been building things out, and that's when they went all in on XRP in 2013, when there was a lot of issues surrounding crypto being a bit seedy. And you also had a lot of anarchists and libertarians buying Bitcoin and really against the machine or the system, whereas Ripple presented themselves with a narrative that instead of replacing the financial system, they could use their blockchain to improve the existing system. And their go-to market strategy has always been, and here's a really key point, driving the adoption of the XRP token by regular fintech companies and banks. Another fancy way to say it, every single thing that Ripple builds is to drive the adoption of the XRP token, and that includes the RLUSD stablecoin that they are launching now. Now, I highlighted this in blue because I think it's really important to look at the fact that Ripple is in such a good position now, even after 4 years of legal cases with the SEC, is that they have a stupid amount of capital that most fintech companies do not. And at the beginning of this year, they spent $285 million just doing stock buybacks. And even after that, they still hold over $1 billion in straight up cash. This puts them in one of the best positions possible as a crypto company, as a lot of companies in crypto raise a boatload of capital. And you've heard of these $700 million raises, $300 million raises, yet they spend all of that money or blow through their cash and don't see any real adoption or results. Whereas XRP is now truly being adopted and the price action is in a great place. And that doesn't even include other major factors like Trump eliminating capital gains taxes. And if that's not enough. Not only do they have cash, but they're sitting on an insanely large amount of XRP, which at this point he said exceeds $100 billion. In other words, there's no doubt in his mind that they will use their brand and treasury to further entrench XRP adoption throughout the existing financial system. And this might be the point at which they are most well positioned to thrive in a pro-crypto America. So yes, if you're watching this video and the price of XRP is currently $2.40, you are still early. So with this said, let's dive into a few other metrics, whether it's futures or on-chain analytics. And the first thing I want to do is look at this liquidation map, which is actually going to help us to understand what futures traders are doing. Right here, I'm going to toss it on XRP. The next thing I'm going to do is toss it on a 7-day time frame, and I'll even refresh it for you. And as you can see right here, we're pretty even across the board. We have about 304, and I'll get out of the way, $1 million of liquidations that would happen if the price went down. On the flip side, we have it pretty even at about $285 million of short liquidations if the price goes up. To make a long story short, whenever these are both pretty even, this indicates that people are undecided on where the price is going next. Sometimes, and in the case of a major rally or a pump, you'll see a very low amount of liquidations on one side and a very high on the other, and this indicates where the majority of traders are. And I found that generally you actually want to trade with the majority of people when it comes to leverage or liquidations, and I don't know why that is, because it's counterintuitive. Usually I'd be like, well, if the majority of people are over here, I should be here. But maybe that's from a long-term investment perspective and not necessarily from a short-term leverage perspective. So to make a long story short, currently at the price of $240, people are both buying and selling pretty evenly. And this is actually really interesting because as the price has remained flat right here at about 240 till present right now, or at least on a 30-minute time frame, you can see open interest or contracts are essentially flat. Again, an indicator that there are no bets on either side and people are kind of just waiting for that next move. So I'll tell you what I think is going to happen next. But that said, whenever you see the price of the product or XRP go down like this and open interest rise, this means more contracts are being opened for shorts. People were obviously short the market, and that's why the price dumped. Then we got this one liquidation event right here to the tune of about $6.64 million on a 30-minute time frame, and this was the essential mark of a local bottom. So whenever you get really big liquidity events like this, you see right here and here where a lot of people are liquidated, you see the price dump hard, chances are that is a local bottom before a retrace. So let's take a look at the XRP chart. Now, obviously, this is still an insane rally of 480% from the local lows, and volume has consistently increased on the buy and sell side. But you can see we had an insane buy right here, at least on the Bitstamp exchange, of about $289 million in a single day. And over on Binance, we had almost $7 billion in that same day. Now, since that local high right here, you can see volume has now begun to decrease. And this is natural when you want to start to see a retrace. So I'm going to pull up a 10 and 20 EMA on a daily time frame. And as you can see here, the blue line is the 10 EMA, the yellow line is the 20 EMA. I'm just going to use these for this type of a rally, considering it's a very simple way to think and look at the market. And whenever you have price above both, bullish. Whenever you have the blue line above the yellow line, bullish. Whenever you have them deviate pretty strongly, this is indicative of a very strong trend, and typically you'll get a reversion to the mean, a mean typically being somewhere between that 10 and 20 EMA. The price goes too far away from it, typically it wants to come right back into this range. But again, my goal is to bet with the trend. That said, right now we have an intermediate term downtrend or even a short-term downtrend, while we have a longer term uptrend. How do you decipher this? How do you actually look about it and think about it? That's where you come down to a 4-hour time frame. And sometimes it pays to pay attention. As you can see here, the last time we broke below the 10 and 20 EMA, okay, we found a double bottom support before that next major rally and move up. But since we've seen 3 of these major rallies and moves up with a local support somewhere in that 20 EMA or just above it, chances are we're actually going to experience a more major breakdown soon. And right now you can see even on the price, we are getting a short-term downtrend. If this is the high right here, and we had some pretty big volume step in right there on that sale, then this is our next major high. This is our third major high. You can see that we have a series of also lower lows. So I would expect price to potentially come in lower than the previous low, and the previous low before that. This is how you determine a trend. So although investors are undecided, I do expect the price to continue to dump a bit considering it rallied so hard. And my first major targets would probably be somewhere in this range of $1.77 to $1.96. Now, I will buy this dip and add it to my investment portfolio, but I'm not going to go over the top considering we could still dump a little bit lower. And so I'm going to go back to that daily time frame. And as you can see here, this aligns pretty consistently with that 10 and 20 EMA. If we break below the 10 EMA, we might come back down to that 20 EMA at about $1.74. And this is interesting. And so we have this downtrend. And even when you look at the trending cryptos, you can see that in an uptrend, XRP ranks number one, ranked at number one on November 29th. It ranked at number one on November 30th as it's rallying. It ranked number one over on December 30th and the 1st, and then finally the 2nd and 3rd. And then what happened was on the 4th of December, TRX took top spot, then Binance, then XRP. And as you can see here on the 5th of December, XRP is all the way down here. So when people stop talking about it and you have a situation like this where you're in a local or an intermediate term downtrend, chances are I'm going to bet with this trend while at the same time looking for a better place to accumulate more XRP into that next major move up. And to simplify everything I just shared, I do expect us to break down to somewhere in that $2 range down to 174. If we fail to see support there, our next major range of support is going to be somewhere down here at 150. But with that said, if you enjoyed the video, you learned something new, be sure to subscribe to the channel. And if you want to learn how to do more technical analysis and thinking like that, then head on over to bullrunners.com. You can find the link in the description below. And here you will see Altcoin Pro University. And this is a 26-minute video, currently $97 a month, but I can assure you, and I can't guarantee this, that you're far more likely to earn more than $97 a month just by taking the information in and the altcoin picks inside of this university. Currently, we have 708 members. And by the way, when we reach 1,000 members, the bonuses that we offer run dry. You'll never get them again. And for this $97 a month, the price is going up to $197 a month starting January 1st. So if you sign up before January 1st, then you are officially grandfathered into that price. So you'll never pay more than that unless, of course, you cancel. But inside of here, and again, you'll see that video, you're going to get access to a complete library from crypto pros and experts, people who actually work in the crypto companies that we talk about. You're going to be able to get altcoin picks. You're going to learn how to do technical analysis. You're going to learn how to take access or get access to the best DeFi yields in all of crypto, and of course, airdrop alerts and more. But this community is so rock solid. It's only positive people trying to learn just like you, and people who are committed to becoming a crypto millionaire in 2025. So if that sounds interesting to you, or at least want to learn more, head on over to bullrunners.com. Again, link is in the description below. Thanks so much for watching this video, my friend. I hope you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.